Today we're gonna talk about the history of table skirting and why is it significant to learn, especially nowadays. According to an inventor and researcher, Tony, an American citizen, table skirting started prior to the late 19th century, where most textile products made by hand. And because of this, products made from cloths were mostly are relegated to personal apparel and other more necessity-based items. So it wasn't until the birth of the Industrial Revolutions that the Textile Revolution really began. So during the latter half of the 19th century, we began to see a wellspring of factories throughout England with the Victoria Age in full swing. The demand for interior decorating products was on the rise. So this new demand coupled with the technology to produce affordable textile led to the creations of many fabrics such as tablecloths, napkins, table skirting, and other table linen products. But however, the greater part of the industrial revolutions began across the fund in the United States of America. So the modern technologies or the modern tablecloths rather that we have like napkins are influenced by the totality of historical designs in color. And because of the more advanced manufacturing technologies that we now possess, it is possible to obtain the table coverings with a nearly any designs that one might desire. So, in fact, with the advent of digital printing technology, it is simply to order very specific personalized tablecloths and napkins that can be used for any event. So that's how we first get involved in the table linen industry. And soon after, our products lines expanded to include table skirt, tablecloths, napkins, and many more. Now let us find out what table skirting all about. I know most of us are not familiar with table skirting, or also known as designing the table. But the first thing that comes on our mind when we hear the word table skirting, these are the materials which is used for the sides of the table to help it look more elegant and complete. And also, its main purpose is to hide or cover the legs of the table, and they do this by covering them completely with the help of the cloths. In other words, table skirting is one of the best and important part of the event that needs to prepare before the event start. But it needs a proper training for you to start or for you to make even a basic styles of table skirting. But training for this activity is not just an easy to learn. But once you practice until you get familiar, then it will be an easy task for you. So to further convince you, one of the biggest advantages of using a table skirting is that it gives you an opportunity to hide many unnecessary things right under the table without anyone ever getting to see them. And another benefit is that it gives greatly improves or it gives improvement, especially the look of the table. And this is 25 yards Gina cloth, and we will use this as base to cover the top of the table. And here are the procedures for table skirting or designing the table. First step is we have to decide on what design are going to make and prepare all the needed materials. And here are the list of materials. We have the pins and the tam-tams. And of course the thimble, but there is no available thimble in the market, so that's why we cannot protect our thumb and fingers from the pins and tam-tams. And this color of fabric or the genie cloth is to cover the side or the legs of the table. Now, let's begin by laying down the top cloth or the base cloth fastened with contacts at the edge of the table. Now, secure the table by fastening the base cloth. Secure the edge of the table. Don't forget to use the contacts when fastening the edge of the table. And we're done securing the edge of the table. Pull the cloth adequately to straighten and smoothen the surface, tucking it firmly on the table. Once again, pull the cloth adequately to straighten and smoothen the surface, tucking it firmly on the table.
No.
Now we have to find out the center front of the table, and this is the center front of the table. And now we have to get the center of this 25 yards Gina cloth and fasten it here at the middle part of the table. Let's start fastening the cloth with pins at the center with the middle half of the cloth. Always remember that we must follow the split to measure the distance. This is a single pleat. Okay. Let's change this a single pleat into back split. And this is the back split. From single pleat into back split. Okay. And for the free wall design, follow my hand. So we don't have enough pins. From back split to free wall design. And here it is. Okay. As you can see, the color of fabric that we're going to use is the combination of pink and violet. So we have to make this first, the single pleat. And then after this, we're going to do the knife pleats. And we're going to transform the single pleats into knife pleats. So we're done with the knife pleats. So it looks like a back split, right? But it's different from back split. Okay, since we're done with the single pleat and knife pleats, then let's do this one. It's a butterfly design. And now we're going to do the triplets. Okay, so when we say single pleat, then we only have one pleats right here. And when we say double pleats, then two pleats starting right here. And triplets, so what are the differences between single pleats, double pleat, triplets, and the quadruplets or the quad pleats? So when we say single pleat, then this is what we call the single because it's only one. So when we say double pleats, you just have to add another single pleats right here, then here, double pleats. You just have to add another single pleats right here again, then that is the triplets. Okay. Just make sure that when you are fastening the um, side cloth, just make sure of the durability. Okay, just like this. Okay. We're done with the triplets. So let's move with the quadro pleats. Okay, you just have to add another single pleats right here. Then that is already our the quadro pleats. Okay. The color of our base coat for today is color white, and this is 30 words Gina Glot. So after laying down the base coat, we have to fasten it at the edge of the table. Okay. And now we are going to make a double split. And then after this, we're going to transform this into diamond design. sad to say, but 40 yards of this cloth is not enough to cover the side or the legs of the table. So that's why we will stop this here. Okay, we're almost done. And now we're going to transform this double pleats into a diamond design.